name is Vahid Chitsaz, part of the Elite Mastermind group. Welcome to our show. Anthony, let's dive into it. I love the background. It's all good. How did you get started with Think and Grow Rich, Dr. Hill's philosophies?
So I've read Think and Grow Rich. I've read the 48 Laws of Power. I've read the 4 Agreements. And I've really been on a journey for the last 10 years trying to better myself, trying to find out what is the best version of myself, the unlimited human potential that we all have. And the thing that I've realized really over the last 2 or 3 years is the fact that 99% of our DNA is the same. If you look at my DNA, your DNA, and every other, it doesn't matter, race, religion, creed, nationality, we have 99% of the DNA. So why don't we have 99% of the same potential? And when I started to realize a lot of it is the information that we're taking in. So, like I said, about maybe 5 to 10 years ago, I began reading personal development books, and I began to realize that there are symmetries in a lot of the stories of the greatest thinkers in the world, and that there's so much that we can learn from each other.
I agree with that. Which principles are you utilizing the most right now, Anthony?
Which principles am I utilizing the most? I mean, I think, like I said, it really all boils down to becoming the best version of yourself, right? And realizing the fact that that if someone else can do it, then you can point to that person as an example of you being able to do it. I'll give you an example. Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons grew up in Southside Jamaica, Queens. He grew up in an impoverished neighborhood. He grew up in definitely like a lower class upbringing, and he was able to create Def Jam Records, and he was able to basically impact the whole world, right? And he talks about when he first started, no one believed in him, right? When he first started, no one believed in him, and the principle that he said is give it away for free until people cannot live without it. So his record, none of the record stores will buy his record. And he would go from record store to record store. Hey, I'm Def Jam Records. Nobody ever heard of him. He's leaving his business card everywhere. And then he started giving away the record for free to all the DJs in New York City. And before you know it, the people were actually coming and requesting that they get the record from him, right? And that's when he realized that he had to do his best, whether or not he was getting paid for it, whether or not he was financially being compensated. He had to do his best in everything that he did.
I agree with that, and that's one of the principles, going the extra mile. That's what Dr. Hill talks about, it, where you got to do what you got to do. I mean, if they were not going to pay you, would you still do it for free? If you would do it for free, that means that's your burning desire, that's your passion, and that's what you do. Anthony, what is it that you do?
So I've been a software developer. Yeah, first and foremost, my name is Anthony Delgado. I've been a software developer, serial entrepreneur, and digital marketer for the last 10 years. And you know, what you just said actually reminds me of what I was doing about 2 years ago. We were working at a tech accelerator venture capitalist firm. So we were making investments into startups. And we used to ask them, hey, if we didn't give you this money, are you still going to do this? And when they would look at each other and be like, oh, no, I have some other thing that I'm going to do, right? Then we knew that's not the company to invest in. So, you know, it really does boil down to take money out of the situation. What would you be doing? And then if that coincides with what you want to do, then you're on the right path. If it doesn't, then you need to, you know, take a look at what you're working on. That also reminds me of, from Russell Simmons' autobiography, he talks about when he went over to Asia, and he would wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning, and he would see the garbage men picking up the garbage. And they even took pride in that. He was like, I never saw a garbage man take so much pride and so much diligence in just picking up the garbage, right? And it was because inside of their culture, they teach you that same principle from Napoleon Hill, which is to always do your best regardless of what it is. Even if you're picking up the garbage, you could be doing it in the best way, right? And then he goes into a story where he meets a young guy at an ice cream shop. The guy's at the ice cream shop, And he's like, I want to be an actor. That's why I moved to LA. And right now I'm just serving ice cream. But he's serving ice cream with a smile. He's happy about it. And he's greeting everybody with a great personality, great exuberance, showing who he really is. A year later, he sees him in a movie release talking to Oprah. And he looks over. He's like, hang on, that's the guy from the ice cream shop. So he goes over and he talks to him. And this guy went from at the ice cream shop, smiling, great personality. Then he got hired by Ralph Lauren, working on the floor, but Ralph Lauren gave him the opportunity to have a limited wardrobe, and then he used that unlimited wardrobe to start getting into Hollywood parties, and then he got his first role in a TV show, and he had a whole TV show after him on NBC, and he started from being in an ice cream shop, but when he was serving ice cream, he did it with a smile. He was the best ice cream person you could ever find, and that led him to going on TV and getting his dreams.
Anthony, I'm kind of getting a little bit jealous. I think you like Russell Simmons more than you like Dr. Hill. You've been talking about him. So maybe we need to create another fan page and get you on that show, because this show is about Think and Grow Rich, not Russell Simmons. I love it. I love it how you do that. You completely did a 180-degree shift on me. I love it. Listen, we usually don't get computer programmers with the sunglasses in a beach environment. Usually they're more nerds sitting behind the computer, but I love it how you say computer programming. I love it. Anthony, I want to thank you so much for being on our show. Hopefully we'll stay in contact. We have a lot more that we could discuss on that, because reading other people's autobiography is a fantastic way for you to learn at least a portion of their journey that they went through, so we could kind of collect as much as wisdom as we can, so we could use that and utilize that in our journey. So I love it that you're doing that. Keep up the good work, brother.
All right. Thank you. God bless.
You got to take care. Bye-bye.